just want to be given the chance.
You were the pioneers that built women's football.
The opportunity to succeed. Or even to fail.
You are the league of their own.
Figure out what the you need to do mentally to be able to sacrifice everything for the girl next to you.
You better knock the shit out of it.
Put the hurt on them first. Keep them on the ground. Stick your foot on their throat.
We are in the beautiful Pacific Northwest for LFL Football Night. Hello, LFL fans. Mitch Mortaza joining you alongside Bobby Huco. A little bit later, Audra Marie reporting down on the field. Now, Bobby, here we are, a Western Conference battle, the Seattle Mist versus the Los Angeles Temptation. Two teams that are going to factor in for that #1 seed.
Absolutely. Both teams have great veteran leadership and key rookies on both sides of the ball. For LA, last week you saw them gel, the rookies and the vets. They looked great in the second half. Most importantly, though, on that offense, I like the leaner and meaner quarterback, Ashley Salerno. She came in ready to play this year. And the power running game of Carmen Borso, a.k.a. F-150. On the defensive side of the ball, watch for the rookie emerging out of nowhere, Kim Chase. Great motor, really pursues the ball well.
Now, on the Seattle side of the ball, it has been a chemistry project for them with head coach Chris Michelson going out recruiting a bunch of veterans that have been proven players in other cities. Now he's trying to get them to mesh here, starting with Bren Renda, the 5'11", statuesque wide receiver and a favorite target of quarterback KK Matheny. She's going to factor into this offensive scheme for sure. And then Danica Brace, she was the heartbeat of the Vegas Sin for 2 years, retired last year, now comes out of retirement to go back home to Seattle, and she'll line up at the middle linebacker position all season. Then at quarterback, all 5'2" of her, KK Matheny, finally giving this franchise a franchise quarterback. Dating back to 2009, they've had people like Natasha Lindsay, who had none of the mechanics of a quarterback. Then you had Laurel Creel, who won some ball games for you, but wasn't a proven leader. Angela Rippon was another experiment that went south. They feel with KK Matheny, they finally have that franchise quarterback that can grasp this very complex offense. Speaking of that complex offense, we sent our own Audra Marie this week to meet with head coach and offensive coordinator Chris Michelson, as well as KK Matheny, to talk about the dynamic forming between the two.
What is your offensive coordinator to quarterback relationship like with KK Matheny?
Oh, it's been phenomenal. It's funny you say that because I actually had only devised about 16 to 20 plays in the initial game against LA for KK, just because I wasn't sure she was going to be able to grasp the concepts as quickly and maybe not feel as comfortable in my offensive schemes. However, I mean, she's come in, I can literally expand my playbook twice to what I've already have just because she's so knowledgeable of the game and she's such a quick learner. And she's really taken control of this offense and this team for that matter, and pretty much taken under her wings. And I'm very impressed. I'm excited. I'm 100% confident in any play I call that she's going to be able to execute it fully.
Matheny play action. Looking deep. Down the field, receiver got tied up. Still makes the catch. Wow.
You're regarded as a good but not great quarterback mainly because you haven't won a championship. Is that how you view yourself?
Definitely not. Obviously, as a competitor, you always think you're the best at your position, and I think I'm the best. So, obviously, I haven't won that championship. It's eluded me a couple times. I feel like I've been on a couple championship teams, whether it was, who knows, breakdowns at the end of the season, coaching, who knows. You know, it is what it is now. But, you know, those experiences have put me where I am today. I came out to Seattle, obviously, for one goal, to win a championship. But at the end of the day, no. Do I feel like that's a failure just because it's eluded me? Definitely not.
How scary or complex is this offense to take on as a quarterback? Do you feel you have a grasp of it?
It's definitely the most complex offense that I've run thus far in my 6th season here with LFL. But I feel like I have had the benefit of playing with other coaches in the Tampa style and in Jacksonville, where we did run a very good offense, high-paced offense. But here, obviously, with Seattle, it's just been great. It's been fun to grasp it, just get out there with the girls. Of course, you know, Coach likes to throw a lot at me, expects a lot of me. But as a competitor, I welcome the challenge. I actually really love it, especially as a quarterback. So I feel fully confident and comfortable with all the plays that he has to call.
These two feel fortunate to have each other at this stage of their LFL career, as this may be Matheny's last shot at an LFL championship. Now, in relation to Michelson, he's considered to be the best coach that hasn't held the Legends Cup trophy. Take it from me, these two plan on changing that.
Stand up for your sister, walk out, chins up, proud, and go to fucking war. If you die for me, I'll die for you.
Like your favorite LFL players and teams and receive breaking news stories. The LFL's official Facebook page, facebook.com/mylfl.
We are back to LFL football night here in the Pacific Northwest. Mitch Mortaza, Bobby Huco. And now we go down to the field with Audra Marie.
Thanks, guys. I'm down here on the field with Danica Brace. Danica, tell me, how important is it for you to get this big crowd behind you early on in the game?
Hey, Seattle is an incredible, incredible city, which is exactly why I came back here to play. They'll stand behind us just like they are 12s or 8s tonight.
All right, well, I'm looking forward to this game. Thanks so much. Back to you guys.
Absolutely, Bobby. They talk about the 12th man with the Seahawks tonight. We've got a packed house full of the 8th man here at the ShoWare Center.
This is LFL football at its best. Two powerhouses from the West. This should be fun.
And that's Mo Gaxiola with the high, deep kick. It's going to be returned by Jessica Hopkins. And Hopkins returns it for 11 yards. That's Christina Sigarmanaga on the tackle.
Great lane integrity right here by Los Angeles. Sigarmanaga with a great clothesline tackle to start off the game.
And now we're going to get our first look at KK Matheny, the free agent quarterback that came over from the Jacksonville Breeze.
I was talking to Chris Michelson, how he recruited her during the offseason. He went all out and got his quarterback. He is so happy to have KK in Seattle.
And the first play from center, that is Stevie Schnorr. Right up the middle, the Canadian transplant who came over from the BC Angels of LFL Canada. And that was a run for 8 yards. The Schnorr run now sets up a 2nd and 2. Ball at the Seattle 24-yard line. Matheny back in the pocket, looking down the field. Nobody there. Great coverage. And now just has to get rid of it. Matheny, the smart quarterback she is. Now let's meet the starters for Seattle.
Megan Hansen, center. Deanna Shaper-Cotter, your tight end.
Danica Brace, tight end.
Bryn Renda, wide receiver. Jessica Hopkins, wide receiver. Stevie Schnorr, running back.
KK Matheny, your quarterback.
The key for tonight will be quarterback KK Matheny, the free agent pickup from Jacksonville. See how she runs Chris Michelson's offense.
And we've got our first penalty. That is Stevie Schnorr rushing for 6 yards.
A basic sweep. Watch the way Schnorr hugs her blockers, follows those blocks perfectly, gets a big gain.
Early indications of penalties on Los Angeles.
Offsides, defense. The penalty is declined. Result of the play, first down, Seattle.
Head referee Michael Livingston, an early fan favorite here in Seattle. As the penalty goes on Los Angeles, that'll now set up a 1st and 10. Ball at the LA 20 from the shotgun. Matheny, quick dump off in the flat to Danica Brace. And Agam Chichindu with the late hit.
You're not gonna do shit. Take her head off. Take her fucking head off.
Wow, Agam Chichindu, she is the swag captain for LA. Great read by Matheny, getting the brace on the flag. But watch Agam with a late hit right here. She's known for late hits like that. You can't blame Brace for coming at her.
And you saw Danielle Harvey also getting into it. They know the severity of this game. The winner will take control of the Western Conference. Now a 2nd and 4. Ball at the LA 14. Fake handoff. Looking down the middle, now dropping it off. That's intercepted. Michelle Angel. And Angel loses the ball. That looks like Seattle recovered. What a dodge of a bullet. That's Stevie Schnorr with the recovery.
This ball should have been caught by Brace, went right through her hands, a little bit high. Heads up play by Angel, but Brace makes up for it. Watch this, comes around and punches the ball out from Angel, and Seattle recovers the ball. A big break for Coach Michelson. Wow, what a play.
That is a major dodge bullet. KK Matheny with an ill-advised high pass. Nonetheless, Seattle retains possession at the LA 18. Matheny deep in the shotgun. Now looking over the middle. That's Bren Renda, who we talked about in the pregame show. Not able to come up with it.
KK Matheny, I like the way she has a short memory, came out throwing right after the interception, and a rare drop by Bren Renda. Watch the hit right here she takes. Under pressure, gets the ball out, and Bren Renda, top receiver in the league, drops the ball.
That was Kim Chase, the outstanding DN for Los Angeles, putting the heavy pressure on Matheny. That incomplete now sets up a 2nd and 10 ball at the LA 18. Inside handoff, Stevie Schnorr. And that carry gained 7 yards. Stopped by Chelsea Hart, the all-fantasy corner. And now let's meet the LA starting defense.
Christina Sagarminaga, defensive end. Kim Chase, defensive end. Monique Axiola, middle linebacker.
Agam Chichindu, lockdown corner.
Chelsea Hart, your quarterback. Danielle Harvey, safety. Michelle Angel, your safety.
The keys tonight will be the all-fantasy corners, Chichindu and Hart, and if they can contain KK Matheny.
Now a left side pitch out, Stevie Schnorr working her way all the way down to the LA 3-yard line. Seattle is committed to the power run game tonight.
You have to appreciate the way she runs behind her pads. Watch this. She has a forward lean. She's got a big body. She's just tough to bring down. They're going to give it to her all night until they stop her.
A 1st and goal now. This near sellout crowd loving the action thus far, as KK Matheny in the debut of this new offense having a lot of success here in the first quarter. Ball at the 3 from the shotgun. Matheny with the drop. Quick strike, LaShonda Fowler, and just could not keep her footing. That reception only for a yard.
Chris Michelson has this West Coast offense where he is not scared to pass the ball inside the 10-yard line. Great call right there. Trip sent. They had the double post coming in. Tried to get Fowler in the flat, but good coverage by LA.
Now a 2nd and goal play.
Hey, watch the wishbone. The sweep, and then line up in wishbone.
And you can see Mo Gaxiola directing defensive traffic. They're expecting a sweep play here. Seattle from the wishbone. Handoff to Fowler. And Fowler getting to the outside in the first score of the night.
LaShonda Fowler, she's got excellent outside speed. She's arguably the fastest player in the league. Watch her turn her corner. Great blocking, hook block outside, powers away in the end zone. What an opening drive for KK Matheny in his first night as a Seattle Mist.
That was a 5-play, 18-yard drive. But more importantly, the offense held onto the ball for nearly 4 minutes. Now Seattle will go for the 1-point extra point conversion. For those not familiar with LFL rules, a point from the 1 and 2 points from the 3-yard line. Matheny under center, handoff goes to Jessica Hopkins, the 5th-year veteran. And that'll extend Seattle's lead to 7-0. A dejected Mo Gaxiola. And a great start for the home team, the Seattle Mist, as they have an early 7-0 lead.
Champion Gloves, the custom and official on-field glove of LFL athletes.
Back to first quarter action here at the Shower Center, a night that the Seattle Mist debut. But before we go down to the field, Let's meet the offensive starters for LA.
Laura Barba, center.
Kim Chase, tight end.
Danielle Harvey, tight end.
Amanda Ruler, wide receiver.
Monica Demille, wide receiver. Carmen Borso, running back.
Ashley Salerno, quarterback.
Salerno's been in this league 6 years. Powerful gun. She's a gunslinger. When she gets in a huddle, she tells her teammates, put on your seatbelt.
Salerno's numbers not very impressive in the Vegas game, but not much asked of her. 3 of 8. Did have over 106 QBR rating. First play is pitched left, Carmen Borso. And we've got a flag and already fisticuffs.
Hey, if you don't fucking watch that play, every single time she hits her ass in the play.
Danica Brace already complaining about being held.
First play of the game right there. She is held underneath the shoulder pads. If that's not holding, I don't know what is.
That's Laura Barba, the veteran center, knowing exactly what she can get away with, or not.
Illegal formation on the defense. They had 3 people lined up in the tackle box. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, 2nd down.
Interesting. So they missed the hold.
Correction. That penalty is accepted. 5 yards from the previous spot. Still 1st down.
So they missed the hold, but called Seattle for the illegal procedure of 4 people in the box.
They're trying to keep it tight, obviously, to stop Carmen Borso. She's a powerful runner inside the tackles. They illegally stacked it up there. Good call by the ref.
Now Salerno from the shotgun, rolling right, looking down the field, and just underthrew her receiver. That was intended for Amanda Ruler with Megan Hansen in coverage.
Ruler was open on that play. It was man-to-man coverage. Salerno was late getting the ball off. It should have been a touchdown for Los Angeles.
The crowd getting behind the Seattle team early. This is one of the noisiest buildings you'll play in the LFL. From the shotgun, now Ruler getting destroyed.
Yeah, little bitch.
That's Danica Brace letting Ruler know.
One of the toughest linebackers in the LFL. What a hit right here. She literally lays out Ruler. Inside sweep, almost takes her head off. Ruler's got to be in pain after that. The pain meaning it only means you're still alive. What a hit by Brace.
As we talked about, Brace actually retired last year. Came out of retirement after this all-fantasy team was built in Seattle. And that is the aforementioned Brace on the stop. Let's meet the starters for Seattle.
Deanna Shaver-Cotter, your defensive end. Stevie Schnorr, defensive end.
Danica Brace, middle linebacker.
Megan Hansen, corner.
Katie Finley, your corner.
Lily Granston, safety.
Jessica Hopkins, free safety.
The key tonight for Seattle is that defensive line. Shaver-Cotter and Stevie Schnorr have to play big tonight to stop Carmen Borso.
And Borso's previous run gave LA a 1st down. Not this time, that's Lily Granston.
Granston did not go for that jab step by Borso. She flew up from the safety position. Reminded me of Ronnie Locke. Didn't go for the fake. What a tackle by Granston.
Granston and Katie Finling, part of the youth generation here in Seattle. They've got a pair of great secondary players that they're going to develop over the years. Now a 2nd and 9 ball at the Seattle 24. Salerno from the shotgun in the flat, finding Christina Cigar-Managa. The tight end release play. We saw it last week versus Vegas with Sherry Aragua. This time, Christina Cigar-Managa.
That's easy for you to say. Cigar-Managa wide open on a blown coverage by Seattle.
Listen, come here. We have covered that a fucking million times. Your job is the weak side tight end, not the fucking quarterback. Well, fucking watch her. That's your only responsibility.
Wow, man-to-man coverage, obviously. She went for the quarterback instead of Cigar-Managa wide open for a touchdown.
And that's Salerno not getting in for the extra point.
Shake it off, get out there, god damn it.
And you could see Coach Chris Michelson not at all happy with Megan Hansen. It appeared she had the assignment on the release tight end from LA.
I love Coach Michelson. This is why he's one of the finest coaches in the LFL. He laid into Hansen, went all over about missing the assignment, blown coverage, but then a second later, got her confidence back, go out there and play. I like him as a coach, Mitch.
One of the absolute best motivators in our game, and few people know was Coach of the Year 2 years removed. Kim Chase there, the outstanding rookie defensive end for Los Angeles. Now Matheny going back to work with this all fantasy type offense. That's the end around reverse to LaShonda Fowler. And Fowler getting to the outside for 3 yards.
This Seattle offense is really high tech. It's fun to watch. You never know where the ball is going to go. You never know who's going to get the ball. I love this.
That ain't gonna work. And Michael said that shit ain't gonna work. Get into your 100 plays. That 100 playbook, that ain't gonna work.
That's Mo Gaxiola, the middle linebacker. The much publicized 100-plus play playbook of Chris Michelson. And this LA defense having a little fun with it. Matheny from the shotgun, high motion, LaShonda Fowler. And now Matheny scrambling right. Nobody there. And well advised to just step out of bounds.
You really got to hand it to the secondary of Los Angeles. Usually that's the weak spot for this team, but they're holding their ground. They're not going for these fakes, and KK has nowhere to throw the football. That's a coverage sack right there.
You saw Chelsea Hart and their Agam Chichindu staying home. A lot of discipline being shown by this veteran secondary. Now a 3rd and 9 ball at the 16. Matheny back in the shotgun. Looking to the right side, deep flat. No good. That's Michelle Angel coming up from the free safety position. Angel voted to the all-fantasy team in her rookie season.
Seattle has just become the city of angels. Michelle Angel, another great play. She had an interception earlier. She broke her coverage right there, came up and made a sensational play. They can't throw the football in LA tonight.
And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. A quarter that has seen a very physical Western Conference matchup. Love all the hard-hitting action of LFL on Fuse? Catch it in person at an arena or stadium near you. June 13th in Omaha, Nebraska. June 21st, Ontario, California. And June 27th in Los Angeles. Find out why it is the ultimate live fan experience. Back to LFL football night here at the ShoWare Center. The Seattle Mist versus the Los Angeles Temptation. Mitch Mortaza, Bobby Huco, and Audra Marie. As Seattle now takes over at the 16-yard line. A 4th and 9 play, so a big play early in this game. Over the middle. Overshoots her intended receiver, Stevie Schnorr.
Great coverage by Monique Gaxiola, but not the right receiver for KK to go to. Even if Schnorr catches that football, it's short of a first down. LA's going to have the football anyway.
And that could be a very pivotal turnover on downs, as LA now takes over deep in Seattle territory at the 16-yard line.
With these two powerful offenses, you have to hold your serve. Right there, Seattle did not.
Crowd starting to come to life. That's a design quarterback sneak with Salerno. And she finally met her match in LaShonda Fowler. That was something to watch, as Fowler not willing to give up an inch.
Usually Salerno delivers the blow, but she ran into a brick wall. LaShonda Fowler, what a tackle.
Now a 2nd and 7. Ball at the Seattle 13 as the 8th man comes to life. That's a pitch play to Bourseau. Nothing doing. That is DSK, Dina Shaper-Cowder, and Danica Brace cleaning up.
Shaper-Cotter, she sifted through the trash, throwing off defensive linemen, and comes up and stops Bourseau for a loss of 1. Great play by DSK.
And that tackle now sets up a 3rd and 8. Motion Carmen Borso. Salerno scrambling right, throwing against her body. That's Monica Jaramillo. The rookie receiver stopped by the rookie corner from Seattle, Katie Finley.
Watch Salerno's eyes. I don't know how she found Jaramillo across the field. She throws across her body, which you're not supposed to do, but she has such a strong arm, she completed the pass.
Yeah, all bets are off when you've got an arm like Salerno. Now a vital 4th and 3. Ball at the Seattle 9-yard line. And I tell you what, I am impressed by this crowd. It feels like you're at a Seahawk game.
It really does feel like a Seahawk game. It's packed and they're going crazy right now.
And the LA offense not liking what they see, calling a timeout. Back to LFL football night here in Seattle, Washington. As both teams prepare to go back to battle, we're going to first listen in to the Seattle huddle.
Okay, that's what we got to do right there. That weak side, that's the only thing they're going to burn us on is some bullshit that we don't stay disciplined on. That's what they're going to kill us on. They can't run. They can't fucking throw the quick passes. We're getting pressure. It's when we fucking don't carry our responsibility and stay disciplined on the weak fucking side.
Make sure they check it.
They should not have scored this fucking game.
Coach Michelson is a perfectionist. He knows that one defensive mistake by Hansen cost LA the touchdown. Without that, they'd be a shutout right now.
And now a 4th and 3. This defense trying to hold after its offense turned it over on downs, and that's a muff snap. Salerno trying to gain control, and a big stop by this Seattle defense.
You don't see this much from Los Angeles. Salerno also a perfectionist. She just drops the football. She pulled out before she got it. Seattle's all over. Big loss for Los Angeles.
You definitely don't see that from number 8. Nonetheless, now it's KK Matheny back to work. 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line. Danica Brace, Dina Shaper-Cotter, Stevie Schnorr, and that defense coming up big for Seattle.
You really got to like the way KK Matheny came into Seattle and really has her hands controlling this offense.
Now Matheny back in the shotgun, looking to the right side in the seam. And that is complete to Stevie Schnorr. Schnorr showing that she has soft hands out of the backfield.
Great read by KK, wide open in the flat. The safeties went back, Schnorr broke outside. Great read by KK.
Ball at the 24 now. Handoff goes to the bull, Stevie Schnorr. Her teammates comparing her to a bull in a china shop.
This Seattle offensive line of Hanson, Brace, and Shaper-Cotter, they know how to create alleys for Schnorr. She had a big hole right there. Great game by Seattle.
Danielle Harvey on the stop, but not before Seattle picks up the 1st down. Rolling right is Matheny. Oh, and the ball just got away from her, claiming it was a forward pass, and that is what the officials will call it.
You mentioned KK Matheny is only 5'2". We had a story early in the season about the size of quarterbacks' hands in the LFL does matter. She tried to pull that one back and it just took off.
KK Matheny definitely lacking the physical stature, but has the heart, the leadership, and the arm strength. And obviously she has excelled in this league for now 6 seasons, chasing that elusive Legends Cup championship.
You're right. You can measure height, but you can't measure heart.
And now a 2nd and 10 toss play. That going to Stevie Schnorr for 6 yards.
Seattle known for that wide open offense, but Schnorr just going straight up in the middle.
Hey, Megan, fuck you all night. I got your motherfucking number. You don't piss me the fuck up. I swear to God, Megan. Hey, you want me to actually make you cry again? You remember being in LA? You remember being in LA? What actually made you cry?
I'm not sure Monique Gaxiola ever turns off her engine, and you could see that's what she's talking about. That was clean blocking by Megan Hansen. I think Mo Gaxiola just took exception to it.
She didn't like it, and she does talk trash. She's known as the best trash talker on LA.
A 3rd and 4, and not getting in is Stevie Schnorr. Ball at the 1 yard line.
To take a look at this again, it looked like she almost got in. Her knee was down. She fell in the end zone, but her knee was down first.
That run now sets up a 1st and goal. I'm not sure that's a play you don't want to challenge if you're Chris Michelson.
Chris Michelson, he is one of the best coaches in the league. I got a feeling he knew that ball was not over the goal line or he would have challenged it.
You have a feeling he knew. Does he have an angle we don't, Bobby? Because that looked like to me that she may have fallen into the end zone before her knee hit. Nonetheless, it is a 1st and goal, and Coach Michelson's going to not challenge it. An interesting call here early. Another handoff to Schnorr. That's Agam Chichindu and Danielle Harvey converging.
That's a great point about the challenge. You get 2 per half. There's a little over 4 minutes left in the first half. That was a 50-50 shot at getting a touchdown, and Coach Michelson did not challenge.
And ball now backed up to the 2 yard line. LA not liking the spot. They wanted the ball back at the 3. Nonetheless, it's 2nd and goal now. Matheny remains in the shotgun. They like to give her some space. And the crowd quieting down for this all-important 2nd and goal play. From the shotgun, Matheny finding Brace. And Brace getting into the end zone.
Watch the composure by KK Matheny. She saw the Nemo corner blitz coming. She waited as long as she could and then found Brace wide open and flat to deliver the strike. Great play by Seattle.
A big drive for Seattle. 7 plays, 34 yards. Capped by that young lady, Danica Brace.
This is fun to watch. We have 2 franchise quarterbacks, Salerno and KK Matheny. This is LFL action at its best.
Absolutely, Bobby. I love watching the back and forth. This is a heavyweight battle. Now the extra point attempt by Seattle. Matheny under center, handing it off. And falling well short is Jessica Hopkins. An interesting call there with Schnorr having as much success as she's having to opt for Jessica Hopkins.
No, I agree. Jessica Hopkins is a great athlete, but for an extra point, Schnorr hasn't been stopped all night. Give it to her again.
A 7-play, 34-yard drive as we now listen in to LA.
I need you guys to fire out and hit somebody. Show you guys want to play. Right now, you guys are playing scared. Go out there and hit somebody, knock them down. We're getting too many negative yardage plays. That doesn't happen. Got it?
Yeah.
That's why Coach Bizup is a championship coach. He doesn't get rattled. He knows how to get his team going. He knows they're not playing their best right now. Now he's challenging them. Let's see this drive. Let's watch how they blow up the line now.
That is one of the things his teams were always known for, was to out-physical the other team. And they are being manhandled here tonight by Seattle thus far.
He might have to open it up a little bit. He's a little too conservative with that girl right there, one of the top arms in the game.
A 1st and 10 play, fakes the handoff, looking down the field, pocket collapsing, and that's Dina Shaper-Cotter, better known as DSK here in the Pacific Northwest.
DSK with a delayed blitz right here. Great coverage by the Seattle secondary. Salerno with a rare sack. She usually knows how to get out of that trouble, but she was sacked. Big loss for Los Angeles.
Again from the shotgun as the crowd is really getting into it. And LA not able to connect on the deep pass to Amanda Ruler. Katie Finling, the rookie corner, in coverage from Camarillo, California. They have been really high on her all off season.
Salerno actually had Ruler open, just underthrew it.
Now a handoff. That to Carmen Borso for 5 yards. Lily Granston, we talked about that great secondary.
They come up and hit. Granston comes up, she plays off a block and makes a great one-on-one tackle.
I really, really like Lily Granston and Katie Finling. They are going to build this defense around those two. And now we near the 2-minute mark as this crowd is absolutely coming to life. LA will not get it off, and we are officially At the 2-minute mark of the second.
Warning. 2-minute warning.
It has been a back-and-forth battle, a Western Conference Classic.
LFL Mobile, giving you access to the gridiron goddesses of the LFL with exclusive photos, videos, live game reporting, and fan promotions. LFL Mobile. Download on your Android or iPhone.
Back to LFL football night. We have 2 minutes of football remaining here in the first half. An absolute battle here between Seattle and Los Angeles.
4th and 12, this is a game changer right here. If Seattle can stop them here, this is huge.
Now from the 12-yard line, that is Salerno looking on the right side, has a receiver. That's Monica Jaramello, the rookie wide receiver breaking behind Megan Hansen.
Watch the snake's eyes. She looks left for Ruhr, comes back, pulls Hansen off of Jaramillo. What a pass. Wow, that ham is tasty.
Son of a bitch, she's keeping them in this game. God damn it! Hey!
That's Hansen again, twice now. She made mistakes. She did not stick with Jaramillo, came off her, and it's a big, huge touchdown for Los Angeles.
And that's Salerno going for the 2-point conversion and going for the lead on the road.
Fucking sick! You cost us 2!
That is a big 2-point conversion. Chris Michelson not happy with Hansen.
You're only, listen to me, Megan. It's 4th and fucking 12. What do you think they're gonna do? Run the goddamn ball? You've got to get deep! Fucking A!
It wasn't the coverage. Hansen had the coverage. It was the eyes of Salerno. She looked left for Ruhr, which pulled Hansen off of Jaramillo, and then she delivers a strike right over Megan Hansen's head.
Never, ever underestimate Ashley Salerno. There's a reason she played varsity high school quarterback with the boys, and she was the starter. What a strike to Monica Jaramello. And now KK Matheny going back to work. Inside handoff, Stevie Schnorr, the bull. And Schnorr gained 6 yards. The Seattle offense should be in their 2-minute offense at this point.
I can't tell you how good a play that was by Salerno. Her eyes won that battle.
Now a 2nd and 4. As the clock continues to run, we are nearing the 1-minute mark. And that's Kim Chase coming up from the DN position on Stevie Schnorr.
I still think this crowd is in shock over that play. 4th and 12, and they throw a bomb for 6.
That was definitely a turn of events. And now defensive coordinator and co-head coach Tui Soanoa trying to get his defense to hold ground here. A 3rd and 4 play. Matheny evading the rush, scrambling right, now cutting back to the inside, and wisely taking a quarterback slide, knowing that she has 2 timeouts remaining.
This is KK being KK, scrambling in the pocket, keeps her eyes downfield, knows she only needs 4 yards, gets the 4 yards, then slides. Great play by Matheny.
And Seattle electing not to call a timeout. We are under 30 seconds. That's a quick pitch play there to Danica Brace, but Brace not able to get to the boards.
You ain't going nowhere!
And Agam Chichindu letting her know. So Seattle will elect to use a timeout here.
Agam Chichindu, she has violence in her hand and violence on her mind. What a player.
A 2nd and 9 play now. At some point, to your point earlier, Bobby, they're going to have to start targeting Jessica Hopkins and Bren Renda.
I agree. They've been throwing underneath all night. I mean, they're getting yardage, but right there with 26 left in the half, they go right there to Brace in the flat, and you got 2 All-Stars on the outside.
Chris Michelson and that offensive scheme has been built around the vertical passing game. But tonight, Matheny's definitely been looking more in the flats than down the field. We'll see if that changes in the final 26 seconds of the first half. Ball again at the 16-yard line.
You really got to hand it to this LA secondary. They're shutting down this passing game.
Matheny back in the shotgun. Says she feels most comfortable back there. Good snap back to Matheny, looking down the field, trying to buy some time now. Dumping it off to Stevie Schnorr. And Schnorr will be tackled for a loss of 6 yards. And Seattle will be forced to use its final timeout.
I know that KK was trying to make something happen right there, but when there's nothing there, you got to throw the ball away. You don't take a 6-yard loss with 15 seconds left in a half. If you're trying to make something happen, just throw it away instead of taking that loss. Now it's 6 more yards they have to go to get in the end zone.
That'll back the ball up to the LA 22, and you see the hit on Matheny afterwards. That looked like Kim Chase. Chase having an all-fantasy type season early. She's been one of the cornerstone rookies that they've recruited in Los Angeles.
Coach Michelson is known as an offensive genius here in the LFL. He's going to have to pull one out of his hat right now with only 14 seconds left.
3rd and 15, ball at the 22. Mo Gaxiola and this defense trying to hold on here for the final 14 seconds. And a 1-point lead. Matheny under center. Sending Renda in motion at the top of the screen. Fake toss. Now dumping it off to Danica Brace.
You stand against the fucking ball,
and
man.
That's going to draw a penalty. That looked to be pass interference on Mo Gaxiola. We're going to get the call from Mike Livingston.
Pass interference. Defense, number 13. 10-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
And they're calling that on Naja Christmas. It looked to be Mo Gaxiola in coverage.
It was Mo Gaxiola, bad call by the refs, but a bad read by KK. Mo actually had her covered. She should have gone downfield one-on-one. She had Bryn Renda, and she's an all-fantasy receiver. You got to give her a chance to catch the football.
10 seconds. Shut their ass up, man. 10 seconds. Huh?
Mo Gaxiola urging that defense on.
Find her and nail her.
Naja Christmas, Kim Chase, the rookie DNs, they're wanting to get some pressure up the middle here. In the final 10 seconds, Matheny from the shotgun. Good snap, looking back to the flat. And smartly, Steve Schnorr steps out of bounds. That will stop the clock with a little under 5 seconds, and we've got a little bit of fight here. LaShonda Fowler and Naja Christmas going at it.
These two teams flat out don't like each other. Great read there by KK Matheny, but they're going to have to come up with something. I still don't get it, Mitch. They got 2 quality receivers that can win one-on-one, and they're not going to them.
Ted, who are you? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? I don't know who the fuck you are. You ain't shit, man. You ain't shit. Exactly. I don't know who the fuck you are. You just a number.
Mo Gaxiola and LaShonda Fowler going at it. And it's either Naja Christmas or Mo Gaxiola. This defense trying to get inside the head of the offense a bit. And like you said, Bobby, they've got to test the end zone here with the final 5 seconds. They've got 2 shots. And that'll make it a little easier.
No. Fish and chips, get out of here. Fish and chips. Yeah, you are, Minnie. Over there. Yeah, you are.
Agam Chichindu not hearing the whistle.
Back up. Back up. Back up. You scared? You scared? Little one? Take your ass back.
Wow. She knew that was a
delay. Shoot yourself in the foot, man.
That is a delay of game on Seattle.
Hey, they shot themselves in the foot down. They shot themselves in the foot. Boom.
I'll tell you what, LA leads the league in all trash talkers. But the crazy part is you can't scare KK Matheny. She's a proven veteran. She doesn't care about all that.
Now time for one more play here before the half. Ball at the 11-yard line. Matheny back in the shotgun. Now rolling right, looking to the end zone, throwing across her body, and just overshot Bryn Renda. And that'll be it. A golden opportunity lost for Seattle. As we head into halftime, Los Angeles holding on to a 1-point lead.
Warrior Black, the official eye black of LFL athletes.
I promise you, Monique Gaxiola is not worth your breath. You can blow on that bitch and you're gonna come out.
Tighten it up.
A pair of intense middle linebackers in Danica Brace and Mo Gaxiola getting their teams ready for what's going to be a brutal second half as we welcome you back inside ShoWare Center here for halftime festivities. Mitch Mortaz alongside Bobby Huco. Bobby, the fans wanted a competitive Western Conference battle. They have just that at 14-13.
LFL fans are loving this game tonight. Solid offensive football by both teams and solid defensive football by both teams. It was two standout players in the first half. Quarterback Ashley the Snake Salerno, 3 out of 5 for 2 touchdown passes. For Seattle, the power back, Stevie Schnorr, she had 60 solid yards, only on 10 carries for a 6-yard average. Both players played great football. Can't wait for the second half.
Yeah, you're talking about Stevie Schnorr. That's someone who really dominated in the first half with 60 yards of rushing, as you mentioned. But when she got it down the goal line, it was LaShonda Fowler who took it in on this 2-yard touchdown run, giving Seattle the early 7-0 lead. LA did respond behind the strong arm of the Snake, Ashley Salerno, finding a streaking Christina Sagarminaga on this 24-yard touchdown pass. Seattle did respond. KK Matheny engineering a 7-play, 34-yard drive, finding Danica Brace on this 2-yard touchdown pass. Before the half, it was the vertical passing game of LA yet again. This time, Ashley Salerno finding Monica Jaramello, the rookie, on this 37-yard touchdown pass. And that'll bring us to the score of 14-13 here at halftime, and also the end of halftime festivities here from the ShoWare Center. As the two teams return to the field of action, you know what's next. Kickoff is next.
Follow your favorite LFL players and teams and receive breaking news stories. Like the LFL's official Twitter page, twitter.com/mylfl.
Back to LFL football night on a beautiful night in the Pacific Northwest as we take a look at tonight's quarterbacks.
Matheny, 7 completions, only 18 yards. Salerno, 3, 66 yards because she's throwing the football down the field.
Salerno has done it through the big play and the ground game. Let's go down to Audra.
Hi guys, I'm down here on the field with Monique Gaxiola. Monique, you guys are up by 1, but tell me, what do you have to do against this high-powered offense in the second half of the game?
It's perfection. Perfection is key this next half. We can't make any mistakes, and that's what's going to make the difference between us and them. It's 20 minutes of football. It's basically us against them, and we've proven that we can score against them. So again, perfection is key, and we've made our own mistakes, and that's what they've capitalized on.
Good luck in your second half. Back to you guys.
LA's defense has played really strong so far tonight. The secondary, in fact, has played the best I've ever seen them play. Usually that is the weak spot for Los Angeles over the years. Tonight, they're solid.
I think Mo Gaxiola had that absolutely reversed. It's been Seattle's big mistakes that LA has capitalized on.
Yep.
And now Danica Brace ready to get us underway. And that's a bit of a pooch kick, fielded by Agam Chichindu, finding a little bit of an opening, and great field position for Los Angeles.
I'm not sure if she wanted to do that. It ended up being a swift kick right to Chichindu, and that's not the one you want to have the football with that blazing speed.
A 1st and 10 now for Ashley Salerno and company. Danica Brace having an incredible first game back for Seattle. And here comes that Seattle crowd getting back into it. Quick screen to Monica Jaramello, and nothing doing. That is LaShonda Fowler and Lily Granston.
Coach Bizza put that play in just for Jaramello. She's got the speed. You get her football in space with 2 blockers in front. Good play by Seattle stopping that.
2nd and 9 now, ball at 24. Salerno was looking down the field, nothing doing. And she'll tuck it and gain 3 yards.
She's not scared to run. She's a slasher. When she sees an opening, she accelerates right through the hole. She sees it, bang. She's through. Solid game. Not a big game, but solid game for Los Angeles.
Now a 3rd and 6. Inside handoff. Danielle Harvey trying to get to the outside. And I got to tell you, that Katie Finling is an impressive corner, especially when you think that she is a rookie playing her absolute first LFL game.
She read that. They thought they were going to break Harvey real quick through an opening, but there's a lot of block destruction up front by that defensive line. Now it's a 4th down for LA.
This is a big play for the Seattle defense. I realize Seattle's only down a point, but points are coming at a premium tonight.
You know what happened last time it was 4th down?
4th and 4, LA hoping to have a better shot here. Scrambling to the right, Salerno. And what a saving play by Danica Brace. As I said earlier, she is having a great homecoming.
She's fought through knee surgeries, and she still has that speed to catch a fast quarterback. Ashley Salerno stopped her short of the 1st down. It's Seattle's ball. Great play by Brace.
I realize it is early in the 2nd half, but this could be a great momentum turner for Seattle. Only down a point with the ball at midfield almost, at the 20 to be exact. And Matheny looking over that LA defense. Now under center. She's going to hand it off. That is Stevie Schnorr. And we talked about her being a bull. It's taking 3-4 LA defenders to get her down.
Great blocking at the point of attack by Megan Hansen. See the block right there on Gaxiola? That freed Schnorr outside, but you got to hand it to Megan Hansen for that block.
Megan Hansen, who's been riddled with criticism at the corner position, has done a great job at center tonight. And here's Seattle down the field, underthrown. Danielle Harvey able to catch up because that ball just floated.
She got the ball off late. Play action pass. Finally, they're going down the field trying to get Jessica Hopkins. She has a step, but you're right. The ball floated, should have been picked off. Could have been a touchdown if it was thrown on time.
Already a 3rd and 3. And that's a toss play going to Stevie Schnorr. Schnorr gains 4 yards. That'll be enough to move the chains for Seattle.
A great kick-out block by Schaefer Cotter opened that hole up for Schnorr. Big 1st down for Seattle.
1st and 10, ball at the LA 19-yard line. KK Matheny back in the shotgun. Both receivers split to the left. Looking to the left side. Quick dump to Danica Brace. And that's Agam Chichindu standing over Brace.
Suck that shit! Did you wish? Did you wish with your fat ass? You wish! You wish!
Agam talks trash, but she backs it up. One of the best corners in the game. She came off the outside receiver, came underneath. They've been doing that play all night. She read it and stopped Brace for no gain.
Do you think it's a coincidence that they mic up Agam Chichindu every game?
She is a talker. I'll tell you what, one of the best. She's fun to listen to.
Mo Gaxiola and Agam Chichindu. You can listen to them go all night. Now a 2nd and 10 play. Ball remains at the 19-yard line. Matheny under center. Heavy rush by Kim Chase. Dumps it off to LaShonda Fowler. And if I had $1 for every heavy rush by Kim Chase this year, that is an impressive rookie. But more so, Matheny evading the rush and finding Fowler.
This is why Coach Michelson brought Matheny in. Any other quarterback, that's a sack. She gets outside the rush and gets a solid game, gets the ball to Fowler. Great play by KK Matheny.
That pass and catch went for 7 yards in an all-important 1-point game with a little over 5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Now a 3rd and 3, ball at the 12-yard line. Matheny under center, handoff goes to Jessica Hopkins. And Hopkins, no gain. She does not impress me at the running back position. And it's a little baffling when Schnorr's having that kind of success. Why Jessica Hopkins is running the ball.
No, you're right. There was a hole there for a split second, but she didn't have the burst to get there like, say, a LaShonda Fowler would.
Nor does she have the physical ability of a Fowler or Schnorr. Now a 4th and 3. This is critical. Ball at the LA 12. Matheny now under center. The handoff goes to Schnorr this time, and Schnorr motoring her way all the way down to the 2-yard line. And that'll be good for a Seattle 1st and goal.
You got to give credit to Megan Hansen again. Watch her drive block on Monique Gaxiola. Just blew her out of the linebacker position, opened up the big hole for Schnorr. First down, Seattle.
I think you have to give a lot of credit to Megan Hansen. After struggling the way she has on the defensive side of the ball and being absolutely crucified by head coach Chris Michelson, for her to come back and contribute offensively the way she has, that's impressive.
That's a great point. A lot of players would have shied away, they'd been sulking. She came back and played great offensive football.
And now we've got a penalty. That may be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense. Number 15. 5-yard penalty. First down.
And that'll back up the Seattle offense to the 7-yard line. And that will take us to a break. Back to third quarter action of LFL football night. And the home team with a big drive is facing a 1st and goal at its own 7-yard line. And Bobby, this is key.
This is a huge play for Seattle. Here we are deep in the third quarter. Seattle only has 13 points. This explosive offense usually would have like 40 or 50 by now.
Matheny, and evading the rush from Kim Chase again. And barely got that off. I gotta tell you, Bobby, I'm gonna start the Kim Chase fan club.
Kim Chase is playing unbelievable. Well, watch in the end zone. When you're scrambling, look deep, look in the end zone. There's 2 receivers wide open in the end zone, and she throws it underneath.
Yet another lost opportunity for this Seattle offense. As you said, Bobby, if she looked to the back of the end zone, she had Jessica Hopkins and LaShonda Fowler wide open.
When you start scrambling, safeties come up, so that's why you're taught look deep first. It's hard to do, but they were wide open for 6.
Now a 2nd and goal, Seattle from the wishbone. Scrambling right as Matheny looking to the end zone. That looked like she was targeting Megan Hansen. Megan Hansen, the center, and now a few fisticuffs afterwards. She's having a memorable night as number 17.
KK Matheny not looking sharp right now. That ball should have been picked off. She threw it in the coverage.
Minnie, keep that shit down, baby.
Mo Gaxiola giving the number 1 signal to the Seattle crowd. They call it something different in Los Angeles.
They call it shooting a bird in LA.
I see. 3rd and goal now, ball at the 7. And you can feel the tension starting to build in a 1-point game in the Western Conference. The winner of this game takes control. Matheny back in the shotgun. And now Stevie Schnorr in motion. Matheny back to drop. A little bit of pressure. Now the pocket collapsing. Matheny running for her life, and she'll lose the ball. That's Danielle Harvey on the recovery. And another big turnover for this offense.
KK Matheny, she looked to run too quickly on that play. LA only brought 2 defensive ends rushing. If she steps up in the pocket right there, she's got a pocket. But she went outside, now she's scrambling, did not tuck the ball away. Got stripped by Mo Gaxiola, and a huge play by LA.
The little bit of, that's a great point, Bobby. They only rushed 2 DNs there. To get that kind of pressure with 2 rushers and be able to drop 6 defenders.
That's a great point. Outside rush, all she do is step up in the pocket. You can sit there all day.
And now the pitch play to Carmen Bourseau. Lily Granston having a career night at the strong safety position. Her and Katie Finling. This is a great looking defense. A lot of size and a good ability in the secondary.
How about this dynamic duo at safeties? We're talking about all the other players, and they are playing a whale of a football game.
And here comes that Seattle crowd. Salerno from the shotgun, now evading the rush to the right, looking down the field and dropped. That's Amanda Ruler, the wide receiver from Canada, who they're very high on.
Great play by Salerno, buying time, rolling out of the pocket. Ruler will usually catch that ball. Great play by Salerno, should be a 1st down for Los Angeles.
And we're winding it down here in the 3rd quarter. As the crowd comes to life, there's a handoff to Carmen Bourseau. And Bourseau gains 5 yards. Lily Granston on the stop. That will bring us officially to the end of the third quarter, with Los Angeles leading this one 13-14, and a big turnover for the defense. We are back to the Pacific Northwest inside the Shower Center. We are down to the final 10 minutes of football, and a 1-point gap between the two powerhouses, Los Angeles and Seattle.
I did not think this was going to be a defensive battle. In fact, I thought it was going to be high scoring, but this is a prize fight. They're going at each other. This is great.
And we're coming back to a 4th and 4. This is a pivotal play for this Seattle defense. And now pitch right goes to Carmen Bourseau. And Lily Granston again coming up from the strong safety position. And I'm not sure she got there.
It's been a long time since I've seen a safety come up and attack like Lily Granston's doing tonight. In fact, I think it was all fantasy. Liz Gorman was the last one who could attack from the secondary like this.
Now what's interesting here is they're not even measuring. In a pivotal 4th down like that, if I was Coach Bizup, I think I'd want that at least measured.
Absolutely. In this game, a 1-point game, without a question, you have to challenge that.
A challenge, or at least an official's review. Nonetheless, it looks like this is going to be Seattle ball at the LA 16-yard line. And another opportunity for this offense. They've had their opportunities tonight.
That's right. That last drive, KK Matheny did not look that great. She's a solid quarterback. Now she's got to step up.
Now a 1st and 10, ball at the 16. Trips right. That's a design screenplay to Brent Renda. And Renda gains 9 yards. That is what we meant. They've got to get her the ball. She's only been targeted 3 times.
Smart call, a little tunnel screen. 2 blockers in front of her, but she's a great athlete that shows right there. She has Brace in front of her, lead blocking. That gets her in a game. She's a free agent, her first game with Seattle. She has to feel the football. They should have probably called that same play early in the game.
That Renda reception now sets up a 2nd and 1. Ball at the LA 7-yard line. Plenty of time remaining in this ball game. And Seattle only being down a single point. Matheny under center. And that's the fake toss play. Now Stevie Schnorr on the right side getting the 1st down. Schnorr gains 2 yards on the carry.
The play was a little bit sloppy, but it was effective. She got the 1st down, got popped to the head. That should have been a penalty right there. But she's so strong, she fell for the 1st down yardage.
That was Chelsea Hart inadvertently hitting Stevie Schnorr in the head. And that Schnorr run now sets up a 1st and goal. Ball at the LA 5-yard line.
Seattle's moved the football tonight down the field. Now they just got to plug it in for a score.
Matheny under center. Now the handoff, this time to Brent Renda. And that's Agam Chachindu. We've called her number several times tonight, the all-fantasy corner.
She just wants to hurt people. She comes off the corner better than any cornerback in the league, and then she tries to take your head off. Gotta love her.
I love her intensity. That's exactly what I was just gonna say. Her and Chelsea Hart are probably the most physical corners in the game.
And they're great cover corners, too. That's a big reason why Bryn Renda and Jessica Hopkins have not gotten the football, those 2 players.
2nd and goal. We'll see where offensive coordinator Chris Michelson goes here. Ball at the 6-yard line. That's Lily Granston in motion. Now from the shotgun is Matheny, rolling right, looking to the end zone.
KK, Jessica's open right off the hit. I mean, immediately. Oh my God, she's wide open.
Offensive coordinator Chris Michelson not happy with KK Matheny's vision tonight.
Her vision and also her drop. It's supposed to be a one-step drop and throw the ball real quick to Jessica Hopkins. Sometimes you get so worried about that rush, you start hopping back there and don't take your normal drop. And that's what she's worried about, the rush, and she started to scramble already. She took a one-step drop, boom, it's a touchdown to Hopkins.
I think you can't underestimate the pass rush of Naja Christmas and Kim Chase tonight. To your point, I think that's getting inside Matheny's head now. 3rd and goal, toss right. Lily Granston, and Granston gaining 2 yards.
Pretty conservative call for Coach Michelson. Usually on a 3rd down situation like that, he'll come something creative. He went with a power sweep and it didn't work.
We've talked about it tonight, the offensive scheme as it relates to the rushing game. It's been interesting that they're trying to mix in Granston and Jessica Hopkins when all the successes come from Stevie Schnorr.
They have the talented quarterback, KK Matheny, can roll her out with a pass run option, and they give it to Granston, who's not even a power back inside in a goal line situation.
Now a 4th and goal, ball at the 4-yard line. From the shotgun, Matheny faking left, now going left to the back of the end zone, nobody there, and overshot Bren Renda.
KK Matheny can throw the football, but she's off tonight. She's taking some shots back there, but that is so far off. It could have been a touchdown, but it wasn't even close.
That's exactly right. I think to the earlier point, there is a lot of heavy rush. And sometimes the only knock on Matheny is her toughness. Is she willing to stay in the pocket and take the hit?
She's taking some shots tonight, but 4th down, you have to give it your all. That was just thrown up in the stands.
And that's Carmen Bourseau. As LA takes over on downs, she gains 3 yards.
Guess who comes up from the secondary again? Unbelievable night.
Lily Granston, we talked about her and Michelle Angel as the rising stars on defense in the league, and neither has disappointed tonight. Now Salerno running for life in the end zone, and that could have easily been a grounding call. She was under heavy rush by Danica Brace.
It should have been a grounding
There's
call.
nobody there! Come on!
And Coach Michelson agreeing with us. There was no receiver in the area, and Salerno was under heavy rush.
That's huge. I mean, that's a big swing right there. That'd be a safety and they get the ball back, but they didn't call it.
Here comes the 8th man once again. Salerno from the shotgun, looking down the field, left side, intended for Monica Jaramello, just off her fingertips.
Jaramello has great hands. She should have caught this football. Ashley Salerno, there's no doubt she flat out throws the best long ball in LFL history. Perfect pass, should have been a 1st down for Los Angeles.
Unbelievable placement by Salerno. That ball was on an absolute rope to Jaramello. And if you ever doubted the noise up here in the Pacific Northwest, go to a Seahawk game or go to a missed game. Salerno back under heavy pressure. Here comes Brace. Dumps it off to Michelle Angel. And a big completion by LA. That completion goes for 13 yards.
Great composure, again, across her body. She finds Angel wide open. Huge play for Los Angeles.
And here comes Brace just closing on Salerno. That'll now set up a 1st and 10.
I don't want to make a big stink about it, but that one should have been a safety. Seattle should be winning the football game right now, 15-14.
Now a 1st and 10, ball at the LA 20. That's a direct snap play to Ashley Salerno, designed rollout. Although the defense smelled it, led by Danica Brace, Salerno will actually lose a yard. And coming up a little slow there.
Yeah, she took a knee to the back from Brace.
And hold on. Salerno not easy to get up. That is easily the franchise in Los Angeles.
This is Coach Biz's biggest nightmare. Now watch Brace, she comes in, she ducks, but she gets kneed right in the kidney.
Right there, you could see the right knee of Danica Brace catching the back of Ashley Salerno.
Coach Biz, during our interview this week, he said he had to keep her healthy for the entire season. This is not a good sign for Los Angeles.
And you could see Salerno egging on her teammates, always the leader. And we'll now see the backup quarterback, Michelle Angel. This will be an interesting twist with 2:34 remaining.
Michelle Angel has not seen the field this year. This is her first snap.
And the crowd knows it. Handoff goes to Agam Chichindu. Nothing doing. Lily Granston and Jessica Hopkins on the tackle.
Ashley Salerno is one of the toughest players in the league. It wouldn't surprise me if she tapes an aspirin to her kidney and comes back on the field.
Timeout, Seattle.
Listen, when we get out of this, you gotta look at our bench.
Guys yelling at me. I can't understand what you're saying.
But you gotta look at my bench when there's this much time.
I have stuff to pay attention.
Well, it's a curve. What? They're fucking huddling.
Coach Michelson not happy with the officiating.
Hey, you have got to keep contact with the bench with this much time. I'm trying to get a timeout. I can't come on the. I'm fucking handicapped here. I called a timeout 15 seconds ago. It's ridiculous.
No.
Okay, 10.
We started to play.
I understand. Well, I'm just asking for a courtesy to look at the bench.
That's a great point. Coach Michelson has a great point. When the teams are in the huddle, you got to look at the head coaches if they want to call timeout, communicate, just talk, and they're not looking at them.
And now Seattle with one timeout remaining. This defense will need to get a stop here. Michelle Angel in the shotgun, now going to hand it off to Borso. Borso fumbles. Unbelievable. Stevie Schnorr recovering. Seattle ball.
Danica Brace sniffed this play out. She saw Borso coming in motion. Nobody blocks her, and she actually blows her up. Wow, what a play by Brace, a game changer.
Stevie Schnorr having a career night, and they'll need her down the stretch.
Stevie, congratulations. You're going to punch it in.
This is a big series for the Seattle Miss and a bigger series for KK Matheny. Her first start ever in Seattle. This is a defining moment in her career if they can punch this in.
A 1st and 10 at the LA 12. Matheny under center. Plenty of time remaining, and they know it. Handing it off to Stevie Schnorr. Seattle does hold on to its one timeout, and this will take us down to the 2-minute warning.
Another monster block up front by Megan Hansen opening that hole. Don't be surprised if Coach Michelson puts this game on Stevie Schnorr's shoulders.
And we are officially at the 2-minute mark. When we come back, the battle continues. We are back to LFL football night. And next week, we get to do it all over again. We'll be in Tinseltown, Los Angeles, as this same Seattle Miss take on the LA Temptation. But we've got another 2 minutes of football here.
This is great football, and unlike the Pacquiao-Mayweather fight, I want to watch this fight again next week.
Stevie, you got to get low, girl, because you're allowing them to stop you for a second, and then they're all going for your head. Run them over. Once I go up the middle, I just want you to fucking plow.
It's all about leverage and power running back football. She's got to stay behind her pads, get low like Coach Michael said, and just plow through people.
Now a 2nd and 6, and this crowd is trying to get behind the mist. 2 minutes remaining, so time should not be a factor, especially with Seattle having a timeout. We can expect to see some Stevie Schnorr here. Ball at the 8-yard line. Matheny under center, and there is the handoff to Schnorr. And just trying to move the pile, Naja Christmas and Kim Chase, the rookie DNs, on the stop.
This Seattle offense has been all Stevie Schnorr. 14 rushes, 83 yards, solid 5.4-yard average.
Work your ass off on this. shine, ladies. It's your time to shine. Let's go.
And Mo Gaxiola urging this defense to dig deep. Now a 3rd and 5 with the clock ticking under 1:20 now. As Matheny drops the shotgun. Looking over that defense. Now rolling to the right side, evading the rush again. Directing traffic, throwing to the back of the end zone. That ball is loose. And I think Brent Renda came up with it.
She got it. Whoa, no. What did they, what?
The back judge is saying the ball hit the ground. From our angle, it looked like she held on.
She was underneath, she was between the football and the ground. The ball was on her belly. Great play by Matheny, finding Renda. She has the ball right there. It's caught.
It looks like Danielle Harvey comes over at the very last moment. You could see here, Renda bringing it in, and then Harvey coming through and absolutely pushing the ball out.
The result of the play is an incomplete pass. The previous play is under further review.
Thank you. No more.
So now we're going to have a booth review. Anything under 2 minutes, just like in the NFL, will be reviewed up top. And we could see head referee Mike Livingston taking another look at this. And you will see Harvey coming in at the very last moment. This is the best angle. You could see she's got it there, Renda. And then Harvey just coming through and in essence saving the game.
After further review, the play stands.
And there's your ruling. It is official. Incomplete pass.
Hey, big stop here. Work with everything you got, every bone in your body. Put it on the line now. Put it on the line now. Every bone in your body. Watch the ball. Watch the ball. This is where it counts, ladies.
Mo Gaxiola again encouraging this defense. Now a 4th and 5 from the shotgun. Looking to Stevie Schnorr to the right. And it looked like she's going to be a yard short. I'm not sure why Stevie Schnorr didn't turn it up the field.
Well, it was the pass by KK Matheny. She sidearmed it, and it was well in front of Schnorr. She made a great catch, but her momentum took her out of bounds. Here she is. She scrambles, she sidearms it, slings it, great catch, but didn't make the first down.
In a scenario like this, I am absolutely shocked that there's no measurement. That felt like it was closer.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys a chance to redeem yourself. I want the spot of the ball is short. I do not think it's there. I think it's past the first down. I'm challenging the spot of the ball. That's correct. That's correct.
And that is exactly what Chris Michelson is saying.
Is under review with respect to the first down marker.
Coach Michelson's argument is that when Stevie Schnorr's shoulder hit the side, the ball was extended beyond the yard marker.
It's a great challenge by Coach Michelson. I personally don't think she made it, but you can't blame him for challenging because this is a ball game right here.
Again, he's challenging not where the shoulder hit, but where the ball is when the shoulder hits. And here's a look at it from the guys in the truck. That's a better look. The shoulder hits about a yard short, and you know what? The ball is right next to the shoulder. Schnorr never extended the ball.
After further review, the call on the field stands. It'll be first down, LA.
And that is exactly the right call.
It doesn't matter where his shoulder was. Where was the ball?
You suck! Come on!
So her shoulder hit and her ball was here? If her shoulder hits here and her ball's here, it's fucking ahead.
And Coach Michelson making the argument that the ball was ahead, but it wasn't.
I want an explanation. I didn't like the fact that if the shoulder is here and the ball is here, where was the ball at?
It's in the left hand.
Behind her shoulder? Behind her shoulder. Because it's not where the shoulder is, it's where the ball's at. Okay.
She got hit. She got hit short of the chain that were there. You can see the chains in the video.
Okay.
She got hit on the wall.
And you saw the ball, though. I don't care where she was at on the wall. I care about where the ball was at when she went into the wall.
Yeah, she was hit. She was barely a yard behind her.
A yard? Okay. Okay.
The yard marker, when Schnorr hit the wall, was tilted to the left. It wasn't straight. If it was straight, the ball would have been right there. Michelson might have a point.
Hey, listen. Okay, we're gonna run the death, right? I want everybody blitzing. Okay, the corners, the whole fucking 9 yards. Okay, I want you to squeeze in on the fucking edge, and I want you to fucking shoot the gaps. Make sure we get the fucking gaps. You have to. Okay, and then I want the corners coming hot. It doesn't matter if they score, guys. We need to have the ball back.
A very simple but effective strategy. They are going to simply attack the ball defensively.
Absolutely, but it does matter at the end of the season. If it's tight race, score does matter. So he said it doesn't matter, but it could at the end of the year.
Absolutely, but I don't think they're thinking that far ahead here. They just want to get the ball back. Now a 1st and 10, ball at the 3. They're going to take a knee as Los Angeles. Lily Granston coming through. And you can see Michelle Angel saying she advanced the ball. And now the Seattle defense can do very little but watch as they are out of timeouts and we are approaching 30-second mark.
Hey, hit him anyway. Hit him anyway. Fuck yeah.
Coach Michelson will be sleepless in Seattle tonight, dreaming about Ashley Salerno when she grounded the football. Would have been a safety to put them up 15-14. Bryn Renda has a touchdown pass. Danielle Harvey strips it from her. Hansen gets burned twice, and then that measurement. Very frustrating night here in Seattle for the Mist.
Absolutely, a lot of missed opportunities. The only good news for Seattle, they get to do it all over again, and they only have to wait 6 days. That will officially bring us to the end of this game, as LA realizing that is the final seconds, and they will absolutely steal, and I mean steal, a game on the road.
Great football game on both sides of the ball, but as always, somehow Coach Bizup finds a way to win.
And that young lady had an incredible homecoming. Her efforts fell a little short tonight, and they get to match up again next week. But tonight, it was a battle that absolutely lived up to its hype as the two sides waged war, and we get to do it again next week. For Bobby Huco, Audra Marie, our producer Connor Schofield, this is Mitch Mortaza, and we will see you next week on LFL Football Night.